Alright guys, well, right now we are at a very special location in Waterloo, Iowa. Just happened to be passing by this on my way home, and guess what I just passed by? That's right, an abandoned big Kmart. This Kmart was store number 4158 and opened in 1967 and closed in March of 2017. So it was about 50 years old, if I'm correct. And, well, upon looking at it, it looks very similar to the Urbandale Kmart that I have documented. It's the same series and type of building, except the garden center is flipped. It would be over here, but yeah, it looks just like the Urbandale Kmart, except it's flipped. But it was also built around the same time. Upon closer look, you can see the old Kmart label scar where it used to say Big K. You're not even going to be able to see inside because the entrance is all boarded up. There's an angry crow there. So I suppose we can drive up to it and get a closer look at it. Before I go, I figured I would show you the sign. That's where it used to say Big K. Of course, they did kind of a crappy job at covering the sign with black paint. And if you look below, you could see that the property is for sale. Right as I was getting ready to pass the sign, I just noticed this. It says, "No loitering on Kmart premises." May as well take that down, because Kmart doesn't even exist anymore. Thanks, Eddie Lampert. Here's a look at the sign from the other side. This one appears to be blacked out a little better than the other side. But it doesn't look like they used paint. It looks like they used some sort of black tarp or something, because you can kind of see it bubbling up there. So that's kind of a cheap way to do it. Surprisingly though, the parking lot is actually in really good shape. Most Kmart parking lots, when they're vacant, are kind of in rough shape, but this one's actually in great shape. I wonder if it was redone recently. Here's the garden shop, and it looks like there's a squirrel trying to go into the prison. That's something I don't see every day. And it looks like it changed its mind, thankfully. But right here we have the prison for Eddie Lampert, the rightful place. See, it's grown with weeds, and they even boarded up the windows here, so they really don't want anybody looking inside. This is where the garden shop would be, or would have been. Can't even look inside because they completely boarded up. That's where it used to say garden shop. I'm guessing this place still has power. Not sure. There's a speaker where it would have played some music. And then right here would have been the main entrance. But as you can see, it's completely boarded up, and you can't even look inside. So no sense really going up and looking at it. But that would have been the main entrance. Looks like there's a little bit of graffiti there on the door. And then up there is probably where it would have said pharmacy. And as we drive around, you can see it looks like they've painted over part of the wall here. I wonder if there was some graffiti here at one time or something, and then they just couldn't take it off, so they decided to paint over it. That's what my guess is. Surprisingly though, there's not a lot of junk back here, because most vacant Kmarts usually have a lot of junk behind them. Yep, this place still has power. There's a light on right there. Not in the best area. There's looks like a blanket or something over there. Here's the trash chute. Guessing that's like a loading dock. And then right here we have the old auto center. I'm not even gonna bother looking into the windows because they're all blacked out anyway, so. Of course, this place is monitored by security because it's got a sticker on the door. But that pretty much does it for the old Kmart on University Avenue in Waterloo, Iowa. I'm hoping they can maybe replace it with something else someday, something useful. Hopefully not a storage unit. There's the prison yard. Thanks, Eddie Lampert, for closing more Kmarts, including this one.